Good morning, everybody. It's the 14th of September. The 14th of September, 2012. How y'all doing, everybody? Thought I'd be a little more relaxed in today's Dave TV. Kind of kick back and... So how's it all going? Anything happening? Nah. Oh, yeah, big news. Big news, actually. Bryan Nehman. Bryan Nehman escaped from the WMAL gulag. Congratulations, Bryan. Big news yesterday. WBAL has decided on a replacement for the retiring Dave Durian. We all love Dave. He's a great guy. He's been a longtime Baltimore news guy. He announced over the summer that he was planning to retire this fall. You know, he'll still be heard on BAL occasionally. He's not going away completely, but you know, he wants to give up the morning anchor grind, getting up at 1 in the morning and driving into work. So, you know, BAL's been looking around, and now appears, it's certain that they've hired Bryan Nehman. Bryan is a Maryland resident, a long time, I guess a lifelong Marylander, lives in Anne Arundel County. In fact, he just, his wife just gave birth to their third son, Charles, last night. So congrats to Bryan. But anyhow, so he's the new WBAL morning news anchor. Now, BAL is a news talker. One thing that's different about BAL is it's all local. They don't do any syndicated programming. So you don't hear Limbaugh or Hannity or any of those Glenn Becks or, you know, Michael Savage or anybody on that station. They're all local. So they have a morning news block and an afternoon news block. And the morning news block will be what Bryan will basically oversee. So that's what Bryan's doing. So, I guess he's going to be moving there sometime in October. So that means, what is WMAL going to be doing? And I don't know. Maybe they'll bring Mary Catherine Ham back. I'll tell you, they need to start over. I'll tell you, if I was running MAL right now, they need to start over. Just go with a completely new morning show, because what they've got doesn't work. But, of course, they won't do that. Who listens to me? What do I know? Interesting stuff. You know, we were talking the other day about this whole thing with WNEW, and they're starting up this new government news talker on 1580 to compete with Hubbard's federal government radio, federal news radio there on 1500, and all that. And where is this whole thing going? You know, you got WTOP, the established news station. You got WNEW, the new news station, which isn't getting any ratings tractions, even though it's been on the air 9 months. You got WAMU, American University's public news talker, which is doing great in the ratings. I mean, they're second or third, or sometimes even first. And then you've got WMAL, which is, you know, trudging along at 16th, 17th, 18th place. Even with a new signal. Even though a year ago they added an FM signal, the ratings actually went down. And I've been asking around to some local radio gurus who are in the biz, who are working at some of these big stations, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the talk news market. And what I'm hearing, again, the ones I'm talking to say that Hubbard doesn't really have any plans to sell WTOP. And I can agree with that, at least right now. Okay, I still think WNEW is there as kind of a way to siphon away slowly WTOP's ad revenue and audience, ever so slowly, drip, 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 to a point where Hubbard will eventually see a slight decline in the station's value and maybe finally say, maybe we better sell this thing. That's what I think. But most of my people that I talk to, the news people in the DC market, tend to disagree with me and say, no, Hubbard and TOP is a permanent thing. If CBS wants to try starting WNEW and getting some traction there, that's what they're going to do. But, you know, that's what I'm hearing. So I'm also hearing some interesting things. I was asking around about what is the future for WMAL then? You know, we have reported rumors and rumblings, and they seem to be fairly reliable, that Cumulus, which owns WMAL, is going to be putting it just back as an AM-only station at 630 and getting rid of the FM frequency and turning the FM 105.9 into something else, a music format or something. That would bring Cumulus back up to 3 stations in the market. Right now, with them doubling up WMAL at 630 and 105.9, they're down to 2 stations. and it's hurting their ad revenue probably in the market. So the general consensus is that that will happen by the end of the year. That MAL will go back to 630 where it's always been and just be an AM talker, and 1059 will do something else. One of my radio gurus really believes that eventually we're going to end up with two conservative-leaning major talkers in the market, okay? The Cumulus station will basically have Cumulus-type people on it. No more Rush Limbaugh, no more Sean Hannity. Okay, they're syndicated by Clear Channel's Premier company. Okay, so he believes that we're going to have Cumulus as WMAL, and they'll have Cumulus syndicated programming only, like Geraldo Rivera and Mike Huckabee. Okay? And the other station, he believes Clear Channel is going to start a talker in the Washington, Baltimore area that would have Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity on it, on an FM stick somewhere. Now we're thinking, okay, if they're going to do that in Washington, Clear Channel has 5 FMers, but they're all successful music stations. I mean, they're all, big, DC 101, MZQ, Wash, and Hot 985. They all do well. Their ratings are all often in the top 10, almost always in the top 10. So what station do you get rid of? Well, we go back now to, taking one of the stronger Baltimore FMers, like 102.7 that Clear Channel owns, and flipping that to a talk format and maybe making that a dual market talk station with Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. We reported that rumor a year or two ago that Clear Channel might be doing that with 102.7. In fact, that's why they wanted to buy that from CBS. And, it still is an option, I'm hearing. So we shall see. And another Baltimore, what other Baltimore signals does Clear Channel own? They own 93.1. WPOC. They could do that. It has a good signal into Washington market too, along with 102.7. But POC gets great ratings. They're a #1 station in a lot of times, and I don't see why they'd want to screw that one. QSR, on the other hand, is 12th, 13th, 14th place. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but that's what one of my sources said. So we'll have 2 major talkers, MAL, which would be non-Rush Limbaugh, and then a Clear Channel FMer that would be Rush Limbaugh. That's what he thinks. There will be 2 right-leaning stations. And I'm also hearing more about the WMAL stuff, that the simulcast with the 2 signals will end by the first of the year. And it may even end earlier than that. And Cumulus could take 105.9 and put it into a Christmas mode sometime in November or early December. So we shall see. But that's what I'm hearing from some of my sources. I've been asking around. And so there. Whoa! There I am. What's the other big news going on today? I was going to do a flashback, but I only got a couple minutes left, so we'll do that in another show. So again, congratulations to Bryan Nehman. I think that's cool. I think, I really think he's a good guy. I've always liked Bryan. I can tell when I listen to him on WMAL lately that he's kind of, they told him, hey, be a righty. You need to be a righty, rah-rah cheerleader, and he isn't. He's too good for MAL. He really needs to find a better station than he did, and I'm glad he did. So congratulations to Bryan. I think he's a good guy, and I think he'll do well on BAL. We're still hearing rumblings. Kelli Johnson is leaving Comcast SportsNet. Still no complete confirmation on that, but our sources are telling us that she's going to go down to a CSN's new startup in Houston, possibly as a main anchor. She's been covering the Redskins and the Nationals here on Comcast SportsNet, and I've heard there was some kind of a dispute between Kelli and the Redskins, and wasn't quite toting the team's line there, and there was some kind of, hey, get Kelli off the beat. I don't know. Whatever. Dude Walker. Hey, the great Dude Walker. Remember Dude? He used to be the voice of the Don and Mike show. You hear him on a lot of ads. You listen to a lot of those advocacy ads, particularly for left-wing Democratic groups, and that's Dude's voice on there. He did a promotion for the recent Baltimore promotion, and now he's apparently doing a future of energy video that's running on TV. It also was shown at the Democratic Convention. So check it out. We just relaunched our Voice Marketplace page, where we're giving special attention to the voiceover dudes in the Washington area, including Dude Walker and Matt Baker and Cayman Kelly and a whole bunch of cool people that advertise and don't even advertise on our site. So check them out there at the Voice Marketplace page. Link at the top of DCR TV. All right, folks, that's my somewhat abbreviated, 11 minutes. That's not abbreviated, is it? Dave TV for today, the Friday, the 14th of September. Don't forget, help support DCR TV as we are celebrating our big 15th anniversary. Thanks for watching. Live long. Prosper.